Lords and ladies, welcome back to MyStreet. 5 years later. Seasonal special, I suppose. Should have changed the end card, but it's too late. With your host, Jacob Butter. Well, men and ladies, greetings to all. Once again, in 5 years later, I answer the call. Unfortunately, it seems I've arrived a little bit late, but this was just all the commitments today. It was mere twist of fate. Now, I don't really have too much of an excuse, but, what's this? Yes, I've tested positive. I've come back down with the Seuss. So I think that my speech patterns are less than sublime. Blame it on the fact that it's Christmas, and I must speak in rhyme. Okay, but seriously, I'm not going to do that for the whole video. We're watching Her Wish today. The final number 3 out of the Christmas specials that came out of the aphmau channel. Well, I mean, in terms of MyStreet, that is. I mean, nowadays, of course, we have the amazing Squeaking Me Meows advert, which, if you have not seen that, I implore you to check it out. It is some of the best of modern aphmau that you will see, which is an interesting problem, though it will be dissected by me. Anyways, that's not what we're here to discuss or to do. So, given that in mind, let's proceed with the review.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
This might get me claimed or whatever. Actually, it's a public domain song, but might be a public domain cover of it, which is a weird grey area.
And there. Finished. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I did a good job.
Okay, so we've got another design change for aphmau at least. I mean, it hasn't turned around yet, but, you know, at least so far so good. I'm pretty sure she puts on a sweater like immediately afterwards, but oh well.
Okay.
Oh, unless that is the sweater. Okay. I guess it's just warm inside. You're gonna freeze your shoulders later.
Now that the tree is finished, I need to start getting snacks ready for Garth on Christmas Eve.
So immediately we're going back to the Christmas tradition of, even though the neighborhood has moved position, there's always going to be some sort of celebration. They have done that on every single Christmas occasion.
Really should make a list before this becomes a headache. Let's see. Cookies.
The one person who was watching me just left.
Pumpkin
Every time I start doing rhymes.
Presents. Oh man, that's going to need a whole subcategory under it for everyone who we need to get presents for.
At least you got the tree this time, because, I mean, you know, in 2015, you decided to not get the Christmas tree until way later. I completely forgot about it, and quite almost got an entirely pink one.
I'm coming.
Hi, Mija! Good to see you!
Mama!
Yay, the best Christmas present.
Oh, you're looking spunky! Here, wanted to drop this off. It's Eric's super secret strawberry puff recipe.
Oh, he actually wrote it down?
Sure, that would have been common knowledge, but oh, maybe not.
Yep. Trust me, it took me a while to convince him to do it. I know he wanted to make them for everyone for Christmas Eve, but this mini trip to see his youngest son needs to be relaxing, and I don't want him to lift a finger.
So he trusted me to make them? I'm honored.
You're trusting aphmau with cooking? Depending on what season we're in, that might not be the best idea.
Caitlin's making backup ones just in case. Let's just say he trusts no one with his puffs. Not even me.
As expected. By the way, do you need any help watching your place while you're gone?
Nah, be back on Christmas Day to spend it with everyone, so there's no need. Thanks for offering, though, Miha.
Anytime.
By the way, how's Aaron doing?
Oh, he's fine.
Well!
Okay, so here's the thing. Obviously, at this point, the last time we saw any of them was at the end of season 5. I mean, at least at that point, they were all still alive. However, upon return, there's a jump forward in time. And it seems that there's that the ambient is less than sublime. Because of course, we have to throw some new plot into the mix, because this series takes place after season 6. So even though none of that was actually on display, it apparently had already been written by this day.
I gotta get going. I'll see you later. Good luck with the puffs!
No worries, Mom. How hard can they be? Cookies are my specialty.
Well, I guess puffs are a type of cookie. Yeah, it depends. Cookie is an umbrella term after all, I didn't think of that. I want to dissect the fact that we're using, like, Noel and Born as the King of Israel here. As in, like, the birth of the Son of God, in this case, the offspring of God coming in, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Once again, oh, wait, is that actual guitar strumming I hear this time? Okay, alright, aphmau, I mean, not aphmau, sorry, Aaron. You've improved, you're actually making the right sounds.
Hey.
I mean, honestly, to be a guitar sensation, you have to get the right instrumentation.
Hey. Who was at the door?
My mom. I thought you were asleep. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, by the way, the reason he's strumming so unconvincingly right now is actually part of what gave away that Aaron's eventual fate, and you know what happens to his sight. People did in fact theorize about this not all the way back when this came out, but they did start to. I did see that kind of pop up in a few places, sort of like mid-season 6-ish territory. So with that in mind, I mean, obviously, kudos on the preparation for that, but also, as you know, that's it. Kudos on preparation for that. I don't have anything else to say.
Being awake.
I don't know. I got a bit rest.
Oh no, yeah, no, I know what I was gonna say. Yeah, this is why I use that scene. You know, in the Team Warlock Swan song, where he's like, "I'll live far beyond my death in times of peace, as will your curses." And I zoom in here. That's why I zoomed in here. As will your curses. So you know, if they're going to prepare that in advance, I, of course, am going to use it.
Restless. I wanted to try and play again.
Indeed, try and play again. Again, you're playing better before because you made the right sounds. Okay, small detail again here, but I like the fact that Renee here is just so seeming like in awe, like shocked and starstruck about at everything, because of course, you know, she hasn't said anything yet. Of course, she's going to be completely out of her depth with everything.
Who is it now?
I don't mind getting it.
Nah, you stay here and keep playing. I'll get the door.
Hey!
Hey, Mom. Here again? Is
Yep, still
everything
shocked.
okay?
Oh, yes, everything is fine. Sorry for dropping in on you again, but I wanted to ask you a favor.
Sure. What's up?
Allow me to introduce you to Renee. She's a distant cousin who came asking for my help earlier this morning. Her parents passed away a while ago, and every now and then she spends the holidays with family.
I will say this is a good setup because it is canonical that Sylvanna has like a ton of siblings, so it does kind of make sense. I guess aphmau wouldn't know her entire extended family, so maybe I was too harsh on the description. Maybe.
In fact, she spent a few years with me.
She has? Why haven't I seen...
I forgot to mention it earlier, but I thought I was going to be able to take her with me.
Yeah, no. You don't get to just gloss over like that. We need more. Why has she never seen this girl before? I mean, I know that, logic here is a bit of a void suggestion. But of course, aphmau is going to have at least one more question.
Since I'm leaving for a few days, I wanted to see if she could stay with you this year.
What? You...
Oh yeah, just drop something like this completely unannounced. Everyone loves when the surprise like this is completely pounced on. That was terrible. Never mind, forget that last one. Everyone likes having a surprise so unceremoniously pounced. No. The plans for the holiday are utterly trounced. There we go. That's it. Took me a while. The Seuss is still kicking in.
I mean...
It's sudden notice, but it's okay with me. We'll need to fix up the guest bedroom, though.
If it's not an issue, then...
Please, aphmau. Family is so important.
Although Aaron is still going through a tough time right now, but he actually is still giving it his all, actually putting in, still being able to play the host. I mean, aphmau obviously has been put in the situations like this before where, when Vlad came to her doorstep and such, and also when she was left to host an entire party by herself. But yeah, it's good to see, even though Aaron is the one clearly having to process some stuff right now, he's actually able to.
To have in life, and Renee deserves that. It's my wish she gets to spend Christmas with her family.
Ah, it's her wish. Haha. I mean, the title of the series has a few different meanings, to be honest. The whole her wish thing, obviously we find out later, is really Renee's wish and such, but still.
I'm fine with it, Mom. She's more than welcomed here. I'm sorry,
In fact, if anything, that's a good red herring. aphmau was getting really into mysteries around this time.
was just caught off guard by the sudden request. Renee, was it?
Yes.
That name means reborn, doesn't it? I wonder. I also wonder if the titles of the episodes were all decided at this point, like the season 6 episodes. Obviously, We Stand Together is the acronym that they all spell out, but what about the actual, Reborn Part 1, 2, and 3? Considering it carries on right from that point, really, at least on the timeline, it does make kind of sense. I wonder, again, it's all to say, like, how much of this was actually planned and such. It's hard to tell.
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Ooh, she's polite.
And also reborn because, Jesus. And the fact that he's also been reborn herself.
A pleasure to meet you too, sweetie. Come on in.
Come
Do you
on
have
in,
any
she's already
bags or
inside.
anything?
I didn't bring any.
Oh,
Remember, Renee, aphmau was nice enough to take you in. Be a good girl these few days and treat aphmau and Aaron like they were your parents.
Oh, that's gonna be awkward. You had to say it like that. Oh my word. Okay. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. so close to Levi drink. I just want to see bit more of their interaction because I think that's going to be even better. But ooh, you're close. So close.
Mom?
It's good practice. Bye!
Good practice.
Bye, Mama.
You know, that would have been the one thing we didn't actually get any hints of really here is that aphmau might have a bun in the oven. But yeah, so but that would have been another thing because obviously in that case, you know, her actually expecting a version of Alina of her own maybe could have been a nice build-up as well. Or either that, or maybe there are some hints. But then again, also Sylvanna just wants grandbabies, so might be what do you think of my part? Oh no. That means I have the same wish as Sylvanna. I have matched her wish. Spooky.
Don't worry about treating me any different.
Well, that didn't last long.
Thank you so much for allowing me to stay here with you. I honestly had nowhere to go.
You're absolutely welcomed. I'm sorry if I came off standoffish before. It's just, I was taken by surprise by my mom. She usually lets me know about these things sooner.
When has Sylvanna done anything the correct way? Come on, you should be used to this.
It's my fault. I surprised her this morning without warning. I'm so sorry.
And that's already the first sign that there's something not right, because she said, "Oh, normally she comes to stay with me," which was the plot that, you know, Sylvanna established. However, Renee here is saying otherwise. Someone didn't get their storage day before this ruse was concocted.
Don't worry about it. You're with family now. Now, how about I get you some hot chocolate?
Huh?
Yep, they got the good tree this time.
Here you go, Renee. Erin should be finished getting your room ready soon.
So this is where all my socks have been going.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, considering the twist about him, again, sight-wise and such, obviously having that snooter proves to be of really good use.
Don't you sass me. That's it.
Our pup Celestia and Alexander were using it, so if you find any fur, just let me know. I'll be in there with a vacuum cleaner so fast.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I say that's a good point. I think I've been told that Eli the Third just disappeared around this time. So yeah, maybe I guess he did disappear because from what I've seen, that cat is no longer here.
Huh? You like?
Yeah.
You like?
Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. I
There's
just
Aiden
never
levels
seen a
of
tree
speech.
so pretty like this one.
Oh, why thank you. I actually decorated this one myself this year.
This year? You decorate everything every year, aphmau. We all remember season 1.
For Christmas?
Yep.
That's wonderful. I never had a tree like this growing up.
Oh. Well, you can share ours this year.
That's the entire point of her being there, aphmau, but, you know, nice gesture.
Really?
Of course. You're spending Christmas with us this year, aren't you? Plus, we're family. So, tell me about yourself.
I don't have much to say.
Shy?
Yeah, maybe she's a little bit shy, but I assure you, aphmau, that is not why.
Don't worry about it then. You can tell me whatever, whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
Give me back my socks!
My goodness, did they just like get all of Aaron's socks at the same time just running about with them? How?
Give me a moment.
How many socks does that man possess? Because given the sounds of things, my expectation would have been, more than that, not less.
Hey, Aaron, do you need any help?
No, I'm fine.
Really, I don't mind.
I can do this. Don't worry. I actually want to do this.
Gotcha. Do you want me to take the dogs out so you can prepare the room, or...?
Nah, I gotta let him know who's boss.
I gotta let them know who's, yeah. I guess, yeah, that's true. His dog dad days are a little bit behind him at this point. Or are they? I don't know. Again, we don't know what happened in the interim.
You go, dog dad.
Okay, never mind. He still got it. Okay, nice.
Okay, so Aaron is going to be a while to get the room ready, so I have an idea of something we can do while we wait. You should try the cocoa first.
Oh, but don't you have some?
I can't have it. Allergic.
Okay, again, this is the new werewolf transformation post time, so of course, that's a good point. However, how to phrase this? In rhyme, of course. Now I'll come back to it. Oh, sorry. If you're going to emphasize a detail so small, my question to you is, why prepare it at all? I mean, you didn't know you were going to have a human guest, so probably saving yourself the effort would have been for the best.
Oh, okay. What was that?
Huh?
The drink. It was great. It had these sweet morsels in it.
Yep. I always add extra marshmallows. Best part, in my opinion. So,
I do think just swallowed a bunch of marshmallows whole.
I thought of a cool idea we could do.
Huh?
Have you ever had a Christmas sweater?
No.
Then you're in luck.
Really? The Christmas sweater? Is there no nutrition that's a little bit better? Oh, never mind, Cadenza is here. Okay, that pretty much quells all my fear.
You have no idea how relaxing this is!
Oh, I'm not good at this.
No one is good at anything when they first start out, which is why you need practice.
Precisely. Plus, that's why I gave you the sweater base. So all you have to do is worry about making a design.
Okay, is it just me or has Cadenza's voice changed? I think the cast have been slightly rearranged. Because I believe that it was Lizzie before, but that does not sound like her anymore.
I don't know.
Let me just do a bit of investigation. Sorry, I'm curious. I can't help it. I didn't have the thing open. So this is what's happening now. Shou Chang. Okay, Cadenza is Ellie Monty. All right. Yeah, definitely sound like Lizzie in season 1, at the very least.
I'm trying, but I'm not getting the stitching.
You'll get it, love. She's your cousin. She's awfully cute. If only she wasn't so shy.
Yeah, cute and shy. Doesn't sound like aphmau in the slightest, does it, Cadenza?
That's why I think it's important she feels welcomed. Trust me, I've dealt with the quiet type before.
I'm the alpha of this house!
Wow. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, and now she's back to being horrified. I do like the fact that Cadenza got brought back. It's good to show, again, we have the connections with people who we haven't seen in a long time. If only it was her brother that was back, because he's the one in most demand for a return, but... oh well.
So, this is your first Christmas with aphmau? That's exciting!
Honestly, I agree. Christmas with aphmau is pretty exciting all the time.
She's a
Hardy magic!
rather lovely lady.
She is? I mean, I just met her, so...
Then you're in for a treat.
What's she like, in your opinion?
What do you mean?
I mean, is she a good person?
She literally just said that aphmau was a lovely lady. What more confirmation do you require? What more do you need?
I'm not friends with bad people, love. People have flaws, and so does she.
Cadenza.
Isn't that a bad thing?
No, it just means she's human. Everyone in the world...
Cadenza, you have some catching up to do.
has flaws, love. Even you, I bet. If you're worried, don't be. Just know you're in good hands here.
All right, Aaron's okay.
Oh, I thought she could say Hardy magic. Dang it. First only for one Christmas special. You know what? Still, Cadenza gets my Levi drink, as does Renee here. Especially Cadenza, though. I'm glad that I saved it. So, before I have a chance to overthink, I award Cadenza my Levi drink.
He's just having a hard time up there.
I can look after Renee if you want to help him.
I can look after myself.
How old are you?
Wow, she ended up being a little bit feisty, just slightly, but only when she was when she was like having to depend on somebody, even though that's the whole purpose of her being here, was wants to depend on, but whatever.
15. Why?
Aaron's fine. He's just insisting that he does it alone.
15. Isn't that a symbolic number for aphmau? Isn't it just?
And I know that means a lot to him. So let's finish up these sweaters.
Done!
Done! I made this one for Aaron.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Did no one see that she didn't use any other colors?
I've never done this before.
But I was showing you. I even saw you put in the stitches.
It wasn't good, so I decided to hold off.
Why, sweetie?
Because I cannot accept my own flaws. I must be the perfect being. I cannot have flaws, otherwise it won't like me. Oh, but wait a minute, Renee. If they being worried about having no flaws, that in itself is a flaw. And then her mind explodes and we move on.
Maybe this wasn't the activity for you.
She says to Cadenza.
Don't be worried, sweetheart. aphmau and I make sweaters each year together if we can manage.
And to be quite honest, that's actually pretty impressive about to make a sweater fast enough for Cadenza not to notice it was a different one to the one you started off with.
This was merely a tradition we already had, and you were able to sit in with it.
We've never seen you do this before, like ever. In the other 2 Christmas years, this never happened.
And it was a pleasure to have you. Oh, I have to get going. Got a few stocking stuffers to finish up. Ta-ta!
Then again, wait a minute, I guess she had all the sweaters before for the Lycans. Wait, no, she wouldn't have, because she didn't know they were coming. Oh, never mind.
Here.
Huh?
It's yours.
Me? But you made that for...
Have you ever had a Christmas sweater?
No.
Then your first one being that thing is going to be unacceptable. Here, take this good one.
Exactly. This one is for you. It's made with plenty of love. Trust me,
And holiday magic! Come on, you have to say it!
I have plenty to spare. There! You look festive enough already!
Alright, the room's ready.
It does sort of, like, match her a lot, actually, I
No
will say that
thanks
much.
to you two.
Awesome! Come on!
Well, how does it look?
Imagine if they carved out this entire room inside the house, just like an extension we never get to see. When you said whip up the guest room, I didn't think you meant, like, build the room entirely. I mean, impressive, don't get me wrong, but still.
It looks so much better than before. Trust me, it was a wreck.
Why do you wear that? On your...
Oh, you'd also, thank you for fixing up the room. But, let's focus on the bandana for a bit. My goodness.
face.
Yes, who raised you, lady? I mean, apart from these two, timeline-wise.
It's just something that's comforting.
Oh.
It's nothing. Nice to meet you, though. I'm Aaron. Well, friendly, I see.
She did the same thing to me, too. She's so sweet.
I just wanted to thank you both for having me here. I don't get nice things often, and you two have already been welcoming enough. Thank you.
I'll get it this time.
Off he goes. So go with
Hey,
surroundings.
Aaron. Do you know you have a pile of socks outside on the side of the house?
What?
Okay, how many socks does he actually have? Okay, you know what? That's a decent amount. I was gonna say there couldn't be many of that many, otherwise you wouldn't lose count.
You've gotta be kidding me. No Christmas for you two!
Wow, really?
Ooh, socks!
Gareth, no! Those are personal!
No, Gareth, bad Gareth, get out of there! Gareth! You have to discipline him the same way. Oh my goodness, I love MyStreet. I guess that is the aphmau raid effect, really.
Is
but,
that normal?
Nothing on the street is.
Again, so I really miss neighborhood days of MyStreet. I mean, come on. I just realized we're not going to get any more of those, are we? This is kind of like the last time that really happens. Because all the other stuff is, done and dusted now. Season 3.5 was really the last time that we saw that, and how. So yeah, that's kind of a tragic thing to realize. The era that I started with is now met its demise. I mean, that's something, of course, that I already knew of, but still, kind of weird to think. The very thing they're referencing here is something that shall never reappear. It's interesting. This particular special is pretty bittersweet. I suppose that would be an impressive feat, but at the same time, it's just an emotional solution to the fact this was not actually meant to be the conclusion. And although it seemed that this would work as a finale, it really when you realize it wasn't meant to be, you think, well, hardly. Because the series never got to properly end. It's like never getting to say goodbye to an old friend. Oh well, whatever. Enough lamentation. This is, of course, a time for the holiday celebration. So let us finish this episode now, and continue in the future to watch some more aphmau. Oh, that was it. Great. Okay, so that was that. Her Wish Episode 1. And just like that, we're 2/3 of the way done. Of course, the series would end on a 3-parter. It's territory that, of course, they're willing to once again charter. But unlike the other times, the setup here is better. It's something that they don't just stay around and they sit around and fester, or take forever to do in episode 3 what could have been done in 1 so easily. This time, each part feels like a different act. And I'm sure that once we get to them, I'll confirm that as fact, for there's obviously more episodes to come very soon. And I shall be here. Dang it. I hate when that happens. I feel like a buffoon. So yes, the Seuss shall continue to increase. Even though by the time this goes on YouTube, the holiday will likely have come to a cease. But regardless of that, I will still. I'll be back as per usual. And if I don't start rhyming soon, my brain will have a funeral. So, so I'll just state the next time that the next stream date, which I checked before, is day number 8. So remember the 8th of December. For there'll be more of one more video to rip through and dismember. Or maybe just find some time to appreciate. So make sure you take note of that date. And so until once again we come face to face. 5 years later, same time, same place. And so Merry Christmas is the thing that I wish to conclude and now tell. And on that note, until next time, farewell.